So this will be another channeling recording translated to English. Enrico, about chakras. So you are all about sleeping here? Oh, another thing. If you want to get more for yourself in this channeling seminar, you concentrate on each and every word. We will not repeat it anymore. So what do you want to talk about? Chakras. What is it all about chakras? What do you want to know about chakras? Wait one moment. We want to instantly put in front the third chakra, which is solar plexus chakra. It's a center of channeling, energy workout center. Let's go through all energy centers by one, if you wish so. If there is something that you want to make more precise right now, to make it more clear right now, you can ask it right now. I want to ask, can you compare human energy centers with earth energy centers? We cannot compare that. We can tell only that the earth energy centers can amplify human energy centers completely. But how do you want to compare it? With upper games, there is the first center. The Aborigines are the most oldest civilization. We cannot say that Aborigines are the most oldest civilization, but it is like that Earth in separate places has more distinct frequencies that can match with other frequencies. For example, human centers. For example, like a center which is heavenly loving, but for example, in the specific place of the earth, there is a specific type of a frequency that can specifically amplify humans, the specific type of a frequency. If it's the top of the head, if it's the heart, or it's the first center, it can affect it. It can affect also like a specific type of material, specific type of crystals, specific type of the colors. It can everything can amplify it. But for the earth, it's that in specific type of a base, the energy is more distinct and more specific. If there are some more questions about it. But I'm interested, why is the Fuji mountain more related to samurais? Why has there a samurai culture been created? They're all the warriors. Why did they have this idea of killing somebody, like warrior? The mountain of Fuji, where is it? Japan. We understand that, right? There's another thing. That how is your body created? That in the basis there are 3 human races, but actually there are 5. But in basis there are 3. There are Europeans, the Africans that live in deserts. They have more drier body, and the third is Chinese and Japanese. Their body is slightly different not slightly different, but roughly different, and also their energies are much different. So in this way, their energy center, which is the solar plexus center, can create this will of. They can create the power of stronger telepathical communications, energy matching to the ground, like grounding energies. And these energies, for example, the Fuji mountain, can affect them more slightly in these type of ways. Confidence, power, and preciseness. It's the way that, for example, these type of bodies can get more affected in these ways, in these regions that you were describing. For example, if you go to these places where are these Fuji mountain, basically you will not have any effect of it, because your body is much different. Africa is also much different. For example, Africans, it will be really hard to live in such an environment in which you live in. This is more related also to about samurais. Is there something else, or should we begin now? I want to know, why does this energy react in a military way? Samurais themselves weren't warriors or military, but there were samurais also with the red color, energy color. But samurais by default they were in this way to more strongly express their will, preciseness, and inner power and direction in such a way they can become more absolute. For example, a samurai stands against 100 man army, and this way the samurai can now understand that now is the absolute moment, absolute chance of using his energy, his will, this energy to completely disattach from the surrounding environment and go where it needs to go and cleanse everything away from the plane of the war field, and only then come out of the energetical channeling trance and understand that this was the absolute highest moment in realization of these energies. And only through this experience he can realize and achieve much higher and more energy of himself. This was we would say artist. He will achieve himself in way of art. But the samurai can enter his energy field so deeply and so in this way he entering his own energy so deeply that he understands that such an experience of defeating 100-man army is necessary for him to feel more and more deeper, more and more energy within, so that energy can become more and more amplified. Does this explain something to you? Yes, thank you. I had a question about what are the closest frequencies to Earth energy? Earth energy frequency goes through everything that is on Earth and even below. So this frequency should not be amplified to you or anybody else, because it's already all through. It's one fixed and you don't need to change anything there. This is the frequency that constantly affects you. So let's start about chakras. Let's move out our mind a little bit. So the first energetical center is, so we don't know anything about it right now. We will download updates. From where do you download it? The body doesn't know, but we know, so that we can continue on sharing this information with you. So the first center is the body's physical life, that gives the physical body life. Everything from the first center to the top. It gives the physical, it has a red color. It fills through all out of the body. It gives the physical energy to all our body. But by definition, it's by self-definition, it's the living force. Through it manifests a body that you call skin, a part that you call skin, flesh, and also it manifests the blood cells. But it isn't that the first center that fully creates these things. It creates also with the energy, earth energy center. It's specifically the manifestation and crystallization process. Only with the first chakra, the red energy chakra. I mean, I don't mean the red energy, the physical energy center. You only create more or less only the physical body, but not absolutely. The red center comes from your own consciousness, from the top. Within it doesn't stay within you. He's talking about the red energy as a thinking force right now. The whole matrix of the physical body, it doesn't stay within you. It is more closely representative to you, as you say, in the astral fields. Are there more questions about the red energy center? The first energy center is a little bit outside of the physical body. No, it is directly between the legs. A little bit closer to the tailbone. Shining red it. If you can shine it red, if you can manage it to shine red, you will have the strong power of living, strong living force, strong living power. But it's the living force. It isn't related to the thinking. It's related to living force itself. We have not yet touched the topic about the mind. Is it something related to survival instincts? No, it isn't related with survival instincts. It's the living force. It's the body's physical living force. The power plant of the body, he needs the living force. But for example, there's a question: if a human is really afraid of something, he can pee in his pants, and it's something, and everything is related with the first center. In this case, it's not related with these energy centers, with being feared, being afraid. It's related to something with different. We will talk only now about energy centers as chakras. Is there something that we can do to activate the energy center a little bit more? You can concentrate on this energy center, the red color. That's how you will start to kick up living force. And also in the harmonious, it's not like hormones. It will kick up hormones with each and every cell in your body, cells and organs, in each and every organ. It can create a feeling of heat, warm feeling, power feeling, and the body's physical movement. We have not yet touched about sexuality. It isn't related with the first center. The first center is the red light. It isn't also related with energetical body, energetical centers. We are speaking only about something that you call only chakras. But for example, there are like commune parties that use more red color. Is it related to something? No. So there is another red color. There is a different red color. This color that we are describing is a cherry red. We cannot translate it into words, but it's a pure cherry color. Those dark cherries, like a Latin flag. No, more brighter. Something approx to that tone, but more brighter, and it shines. We cannot tell that if you have seen this color before. As soon as you start to feel the center, you will see the color. What was the question? The red color in the flags. It's related to something else. It's something that relates the energetical thinking, the energetical aura. We are now touching only the chakras as a physical body. The red color in energetical is more about thinking, more about beings. We have talked about this previous time more and more. It affects the thinking only, but not the first chakra. It's something different. Is there a way of harmonizing the first chakra? Basically, the chakra light shines independent of what you think. If you can feel your chakras, your energy centers, you can amplify it and create much powerful, and you can create even the inner power and strength within you. But it's a matter of your own skills and your own abilities and meditation techniques. It's clear. Further, are there more questions about first center, or we go on? Are there frequencies that activate the chakras? Yes, there are frequencies that activate the chakras, but we will not share it right now. The question is whether we can reduce the activity of the chakras by thinking, by our actions, or are they independent? So, the understanding about chakras that we are sharing right now, right in this moment, you can completely disattach it from any ability that the mind can affect it. Completely disattach it from this, because you cannot affect with our thinking these energy centers. with your thinking, with your actions, you can affect only the energy body. Chakra relationships is more connected throughout each and every, astrally, mentally, physically more connected, but the things you are describing and asking right now are only the things about the energy body. It's only the surface that you are asking. The life force still remains in the most deepest levels. It's something like talking about what is the TV screen showing to you, but in the main TV set there are so many processes happening that you are not aware of. And it's something that we want to share about what lies in the deepest processes. Can you tell something related to whether the energy is minimal or an energy in the energy center, the chakra center, is maximal? The energy in the chakra center starts getting less when you become more older. That's why you do more meditation and techniques that you can amplify the chakra. But in your world, in your time right now, there is so less information available about all this. And all information that you have is misunderstood. That's why you learn yourself through channeling, through communication, and also through those who already have known this. That you can fulfill it, understand it, and amplify it. You can also amplify it with your concentration or visualization. If we activate all the energy centers, will the Kundalini energy rise? Kundalini. From the bottom to the top. Does this Kundalini energy rise from the chakra center, first chakra center? There are two ways. First of all, is that the first is that the Kundalini that can be awakened in you, it goes through chakras. It's all everything that rises from the first center and goes up. But many humans do it only on the surface. It means that we are going over the surface and we are not even looking what's in us. Two different things, but simultaneously you can do it. What is the Kundalini energy? Where does it arise and where is it being produced? The Kundalini is rising from the earth to the top, from the first center to the top, through the spine. It amplifies your energetical aura, if we can say in these words. And it amplifies your energetical aura that also starts amplifying the chakra fields, and it goes all the way throughout the top of the head. It's a combination. And in that moment there is this spiral being produced. The red center and the top center, and there is a spiral going through, and the spiral is still the surface energy, and the surface energy goes through all the and the surface energy goes and moves throughout all the chakra centers, but it isn't related with the chakra centers because the chakra centers are shining by default themselves. You visualize chakra energy, you amplify it, you bring it to the top, and you will rise the Kundalini energy. So this way you can fully, but we will not recommend to do it. And this way you can fully transcend yourself. To what? To the absolute. But everything goes by own will, by own choice. When you concentrate, if you concentrate on this and you try to fulfill this, your body can send through approximately all type of energies. Does this Kundalini energy spiral is some kind related with the DNA spiral? Your question about Kundalini is imprecise, and your own understanding about DNA is also not full. So we cannot explain to you how does this work. But you can ask, how do you think? What do you think about it? Well, I'm trying to approximately visualize it. How does it relate it? There is some kind of a cell spirals also in the body. How does each and every body affect it? Kundalini itself doesn't affect DNA. We would say the DNA from our translation to your translation would be it's the complete being of you in all levels, as spiritual, as energetical, as physical, as mental, in all levels. If you change yourself in all levels, you change your DNA completely. DNA is more related to your consciousness, but chakras are more related to the physical body itself and the structure as it, and your physical body as such. I heard that human body is going to live nearly 1,000 years. Yes. But then you said that the older people, their energy is becoming more or less. Yes. But also the will to live reduces. Because in your life you don't have the will to live much longer. If you can fulfill yourself and understand that really you love to be here, then you can live more and more. But all those people who start to work with their energy centers, those like more or less you here, but more and more deeper, people which go on more and deeper, and they become realized that they remember that their time is almost here, almost come. I'm okay with that. In your world there isn't yet created that you can go away from your own will, but you can reach this state and then you can understand more. And even if you choose to go away much later than your time, you still will know that There is a place much beautiful for me than this earth right here, right now. Why do you want to stay here? You can live how long you want, but the wish to live can change. If you learn the ability to practice with your chakra centers, and you can fulfill this ability to live much longer. How does the life start from the first center? That's how the life also ends throughout the first center, and the energy rises from the first center out through the top. Everything starts from the first center if we are talking about the physical body. Do you have any questions, or we start talking about the second chakra? The second center. Let's wait for the download. Many times the second center is called being water, airness, the lightness. If you are physical body, you become more and more rougher, denser. You need air. You need to be lighter, and sexual. You have the will. You have the goal that you go for. With the red center, you create a physical body. You crystallize a physical body. But if you do not have this air, the lightness of the second center, the flowingness, the physical body will only stay. It will not have any abilities. The second center, which is a little bit lower than knob, gives you the flowingness, the lightness, movement. So everything balances out throughout the body. So everything balances out throughout the energy, throughout the physical body. So the physical energy, as from the first energy center, can balance out throughout all the physical body. Flowing, the will and the sexuality. Dreams. I have wishes. I have wills. I have a wish to achieve goals. I have fantasies. I have a peaceful, calm thought and fantasy. Even with love. Even with love, you can be thankful for the partner, and you can become more and more flowing with this partner, and you can sit next to it, really flowing and really as one. The first center, it creates the physical energy, and the second center, it balances out and sends the energy throughout, like a brush balances, cleans the energy out throughout the body. We have received lots of energy, and now we need to balance this energy out throughout the physical. Are there more questions? What is sexuality? How do you understand it? It's will, uh, aim for a goal and living. It relates only energetically to these things by now. Color almost white. Almost white yellow. Many times it's been painted in orange. They don't paint it in orange. I'm telling you, it's almost white, pure yellow. Let them paint in what color they like. Are there more questions? What kind of relationship does it affect in birth if you cut the knob for children? It can leave effects, but nothing important. But remember, we don't think of white as a color. It's almost transparent, but whitely yellow. There is silence in this room, but we will add a little bit more. That this energy center, it has the ability to balance and send energy out through all the physical. It has the ability to send the physical energy, send the living force energy, to balance it out through all the body. This is this chakra mission. It creates the thoughts, the fantasies, sexuality, goals, ideas, and happiness. Flowing air. It moves out all the physical energy. Let's move on to the third center. The energy center is more in the back. The second center is airbrushed. It doesn't have a specific type of a location. It's a little bit below knob and a little bit above knob, but it's flowing. It's not so easy to feel it. Is it related to the human's weight center? No. Which one? How do you mean which one? So the first center works together with the second center. So in this, these both work together, and by working, it creates. They create by in combination they create the physical gravity center. I'm telling it to you one more time. It will be third time. It balances out the physical energy throughout all the physical energy, physical body, automatically. Those people who practice levitation, what do they do with these two centers? With these two centers, they don't do anything. What do they do then? We have not yet get to that part. Do we carry on with the third center, or do you have any more questions related to this? You don't need to visualize this center. It is flowing, flowing, flowing. All that you can do with it is you can dream, visualize, fantasize. Imagine your dreams and create your own whole body in such a flowing and the lifted feeling. And this how the second center becomes more active, more flowing, more air-like, more air-like. You will feel it throughout all the body. When a person falls in love with somebody, does this the second center starts activating? Yes. Yes, yes, all through this center, but still in relationship with the second center and with the first center. And related with this, as the second chakra flows the energy throughout all the physical body. And by practicing this method, the energy can be balanced out through all out the physical body, and your all physical body can statically feel heavenless, like heaven, and euphorical, static, like a complete nirvana, because all the energy is cleansed out, all the positive energy is cleansed out to all the physical body. We are saying this fifth time. So this is where the dog is being buried. Enrico is saying, no, there is no dog being buried. But there is one dog being buried close to a tree, and there is one in the basement, and one is being thrown in the garbage, and there is also a cat buried near here. Why did they throw the dog in the basement? Because she didn't want to throw it in the garbage. So why is that for example, one partner can fall in love with the other partner, like lovers, but some cannot? Enrico is saying, because you think too much. Everything is being blocked through thinking. As we said before, chakra energy centers correlate with your surface energy centers, surface energies. The surface energy is strongly affected by your mind, so chakra centers, they work, but your surface energy can reduce the ability to these chakra centers. About the surface energy, we will talk a little bit later. Do you have any more questions about this center? What is the third center? The third center gives you strength, life. Word as life, we don't mean as a word of like as the first center, living force. It gives the life as ability, and also it gives the ability to connect with the spirit world, because it's the same yellow golden like color that goes through the communication world, and it is connected with the first three centers and the top three centers. The solar plexus is aiming to the top. Those who practice their solar chakra, they have a strong ability to aim for the top and strong ability to visualize something. Both centers, as from the top as from the bottom, they are connected with the solar chakra. The solar plexus can transcend and amplify each energy. Let's download more information. I will create another part with this video. It will be called the second part because there's almost the limit of the recording video, 45 minutes. So stay tuned for the second part.